Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. We're continuing our series on regular maintenance. This dishwasher is not working correctly, not cleaning well. It's running, it's doing everything it's supposed to be doing. The dishes are not coming out clean. Let me show you why. Your dishwasher has all these small little ports or holes. Right, so look at this arm right here, and it has these small holes. See this one here? And it has several of these. They're small enough that they can spray water pretty hard onto your dishes, but the problem is they're also small enough that small little particles, see this one right here? Can you see that? Something's plugging it up. And look, that one too, plugged up. When that happens, this is not gonna work correctly. I'm gonna show you how to take off this little 4-armed sprayer, clean it out thoroughly, and then also don't forget, where else does water come out of? You actually have another sprayer just like that one right here. Let's see for the top part here. This one comes out easy as well. And you can see the holes a little bit easier and decide, you know, if they're all clear and not plugged up, then you don't need to do this. I guarantee you though, I guarantee you if you haven't done this in the last year or so, they're gonna be plugged up. And the number one reason why your dishes are not getting clean, the ports in these little arms here where the holes are clogged up. Let's clean it out. You ready to go? So on this one right here, you can see this little star part kind of sticking out. It's designed that you can kind of put your hand around like this, give it a little quarter turn, and we're going counterclockwise. Pops out. Easy as that. Now, I've seen other people run water in this hole and try to maybe backwash these little ports, but really your best bet is to take these arms off. And they are designed to come off. Before we take it apart, you'll notice these arms are not identical. Look, on the back side, there's actually a hole right there. And this one over here also has a hole right there. Look at that, clogged up. Of course it is. Let's clean those out. But some of the others do not. So here's my recommendation. Take these arms off one at a time, clean it, put it back on. That way you make sure you get the orientation just right back to where it was. With these, all we're gonna do is kind of pull and give it a little twist. Let me show you that top side too. They're also numbered, so you could see that has a 4 right there. Here's a 1, 2, 3. Okay, to take these apart, all we're gonna do is kind of pull out and at the same time, just give it a little twist, just back and forth like this. Gentle pull, they're made to slide out. Oh, look at all that grossness. No wonder, oh, look at that, see in there? So that goop, that nonsense gets put into these holes, and that is why your dishwasher is not working correctly. So the next step I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a little poker like this one right here. I have this little set. It's very cheap and comes in really handy with all kinds of little projects. Anyway, you could also just use a toothpick or something along those lines. So look, this one right here, we can see is cleaned out, but look at this one right here. See, it's got something in there. So we're gonna kind of give it a shove, just get it into here some way. And then this one doesn't look too bad here, but maybe we'll give it a jiggle anyway. And then on the back side, don't forget, some of them will have a hole, some will not. And when you look in general, this one needs some work here, lots of stuff in here. So I have a few different cleaners that I'm gonna use right here. I'll start with this one and just get some hot water, some soap, and just clean it up, give it a little scrub. I'm gonna run some water into those holes where it's coming out of this side here. To kind of backwards flush it a little bit. Mine's pretty clean. I'm also gonna go all the way to the very bottom. So this tool again works perfect and really scrub. Sometimes there can be some of this nonsense that's coated and it looks like the hole is clean, but just on the inside of the hole, around the outside of it, there'll be a bunch of gunk. So make sure you're scraping real good. Again, this is an inexpensive little cleaning set. Maybe I'll put a link to this and also these little poker tools down in the description down below. But if not, no sweat. You don't need to buy them from there. You probably have tools around the house that would work just fine. All right, so this one I've given a good thorough scrub to. Check it's nice and clear. You can run water through it. See, that water's coming out nice and easily through those holes. That's what we want. Give it a visual check, and it looks like we've gotten all that nonsense out of there. You might decide, if you haven't done this in a long time, you might need to do that whole scrubbing thing twice for each one of these arms. Now, before I put this arm back on, obviously, look at this nonsense here. We got to get rid of that. This side's not too bad, but we got to clean that stuff up. Also, the water comes into this hole right here and pushes out of here. So I'm going to use my little scrubber and just push it in this hole and just kind of clean it up in there a little bit. that a little rinse. Okay, this arm is nice and clean, so I'm gonna put that back on. And again, you just kind of push and give it a little twist. You can see, you'll know when it's all the way in. There's a little notch right here and a notch right here. Line them up, push them on there nice and firm. You're good to go. And then you can just remember, you can either go in order, right? So if I flip it back over, this was number 1 that I just did, and then I'll just go 2, 3, 4. I find that easier if you want to take them all off at once and just remember where they were, but I think it's a lot easier to do that. So I need to do the same process with 2, 3, and 4, but let me show you the next step. Carefully clean out the inside of this hole first. Kind of give it a little twist in here and see how much of that I can get out of that hole. Again, I haven't done the other 3 holes, but I'm just gonna show you how it goes back together. Again, this is a nice little tool. Having the right tools for the job really is handy. So we'll just give it a scrub around, just all this stuff. We're gonna kind of loosen it up a little bit. If you had a tremendous amount stuck in here, you could do that cleaning process right there. You could actually start the dishwasher just for a minute and have water squirt out of this that would kind of clean it out. I'm not gonna do that today, but just something you could keep in mind. All right, we've got that cleaned up. So again, I have not cleaned all the prongs. We just did number 1, but I'm just gonna show you what the process would be. So we're all cleaned up. This goes right onto here. You'll kind of feel when it's in the right spot. It just kind of fits in pretty easily. Then you can use your hands. And again, this way is going to be a 1/4 turn. It's actually more like an 1/8 of a turn. And now we're going clockwise. Okay, it snaps in. You can tell when it snaps in. And it should still be loose like this because we need to spin, but you can tell it snapped on there pretty good. All right, we're halfway done with the project. Check it out. Still got to do this one up here. Same thing. If we look, it has these little spinner dials. We're just gonna do, again, I'm reaching from underneath, little 1/4 turn. Take it off. Here, these prongs do not come off, right? So now we've got to poke and try to get water through those holes. You can see of the holes, that one looks clean, that one is clogged, that one is clogged, that one is open. So just on this first side, I got half of these that are clogged up. So we're gonna poke those through, try to run some water through it. So loosen that up, push them in there. Now this one's a little trickier. Let's get some water into those holes and we're gonna try to flush the stuff out of this hole. On the back side, don't forget, you've got a hole on this side too. This one, we're gonna kind of keep repeating this process. It's hard to tell when the stuff comes out and when it doesn't. We just kind of go back and forth. So you can also kind of fill it up with water this direction. You want to check to see if you really got everything good, right? And then you can see those ports. The water seemed to go out pretty good, but don't be tricked. See this last one here? It looks clean, but if you look in there, you can still see a little something that's about to clog it up. So we're gonna poke it back through, run water. We're gonna keep doing this. Maybe give it a little poke, swirl it around, run some water through. And again, it's tricky. I need to get this stuff out of this hole. We're gonna keep working this thing back and forth. But you can see how much more challenging it's gonna be to get that stuff out of here versus the bottom one that we can take the arms off of. Now we can also use our scrubber tool here. So of these I have, some are a little bit stiffer. So this one here doesn't go in this hole very well, but this one is nice and flexible. So I can kind of stick it in there, help it out a little bit, give it a scrub back and forth. Do that to both sides, and then again, we'll rinse it out. Okay, looks like the holes are pretty clean. So again, you might spend plenty of time. Make sure you get this one good. Don't forget, before you put it back together, check this hole. If it's not clean, I would scrub it. Even if it looks clean, I would scrub that thing down a little bit, make sure it's all cleaned up. Once it's cleaned up and ready to go, same idea. You're gonna reach underneath. You'll feel it kind of lock into place, and then just give it that little, it's like a 1/16 of a turn, and that turn, let's see, from underneath, you're turning that way, so it is clockwise. All right, so now we've got that one cleaned up. Our bottom one is back installed. Now, don't forget, my friends, I would check this on a regular basis. Because we just cleaned it, after each run, I'm gonna check and look at these little holes and make sure that they're cleaned up. Hey friends, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I've got all kinds of videos how to maintain your appliances on your dishwasher. Don't forget, you've got a filter down here. Yep, make sure you clean out that filter. And also there's some other regular maintenance you need to do to your dishwasher. So if it's not working right, before you go replace it, make sure you clean it up, go through that process, and then decide if you need one or not. If it's still running and water's coming out, it probably just needs to be cleaned. Friends, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.